As a junior, John Locke entered the player transfer portal and in 2025 committed to play for the University of Oklahoma. Boomer Sooner. As a tight end, John is known for his aggressive blocking skills. Off the field, he's academic all-conference studying finance. Now at OU, with money on his mind, John is ready to increase his NIL game.
Yeah, I like that.
This is Purpose NIL. Welcome to Purpose NIL, where we transform college athletes into NIL brands on purpose. I'm your host and purpose coach, James M. Rink. Our strategy is simple. We help players to define their life's purpose and use it to build their NIL brand. Then we align it to like-minded businesses and their missions. This is how we monetize Purpose NIL. To our audience, you too have an NIL, your own name, image, and likeness. Whether you're a college athlete, a student, an influencer, a CEO, or a sales executive, we all make careers based on our personal brands. John Locke's story is going to inspire you to live your dreams and your purpose. John, welcome to the show.
Thank you, James. I'm super excited to be here.
Why did you want to be involved with this program?
I thought it was an incredible opportunity to put myself out there and put my story out there on this platform for others to hear, because I know how important hearing everybody's stories can be, because oftentimes you can relate to someone that you never knew you would, and you were able to because you heard their story. And so getting this opportunity, I could not turn it down. I'm super excited about it.
Well, I believe your life has a purpose. What do you believe? Do you believe your life has a purpose? And do you know what it is?
Absolutely. I believe my life has a very deep purpose, and we're going to dive into it a lot deeper than I probably know through this. But I believe that God put me on this earth for a lot of reasons, and that I find those reasons out pretty much as my life goes on.
That's great. Okay, so like any good transformation program, we always like to put a few things as our before pictures so that we got something to look at to quantify our results. I'm going to ask you to do this. If you've got a pen and paper, how much NIL money do you make in a year? And then next to it, what would you like to make in the next year?
Okay, got it down.
So what we're going to do is we're going to base this on a percentage of increase. So now we have a baseline. So from here on out, we're always going to be looking at your incremental growth opportunities. Now, here's the great thing about Purpose. Purpose works great for your NIL while you're in college and while you have NIL opportunities. You play football, you go pro, it goes with you. If you go to the business world after college, your NIL is your purpose. Your purpose goes to the workforce, and you can continue to grow your revenue and your income based on your purpose as your brand. Your brand identity is who you are in the marketplace. Now, the goal in this is we're not all about money. We're all about purpose. What we'll learn through this program is that purpose-minded companies always outperform their competition. The same is true for individuals. I want the audience to know a little bit about you, John. You grew up in San Antonio, Texas, where we all know football is the state religion. What drew you to this game? What is your first love about football?
My first love about football, I've played football since I could pretty much walk. I started when I was in kindergarten, 6 years old, and was always very inspired by seeing the pictures of my dad in his Texas Tech football uniform at a very young age, hanging up in our house, and just the inspiration that I already get from my dad. It was always, man, I just want to be just like him and do that through being successful in football. And over time, it wasn't just me and my family. Me and my brothers all play football. So it was always something that we all connected on, pushed each other to be better on. And it became a lifestyle in our household. And football has really been a lot to me and my family.
Your father played collegiate football, and you have brothers that also play football as well?
Correct. So my older brother, he played at USC, then transferred to Wyoming. And then for his last year, transferred to Louisiana Tech with me, and we got to play together, which was really cool. And then my younger brother is a freshman football player at SMU.
When did you first get fascinated with Oklahoma football?
So what got me into Oklahoma football was I was in third grade, and at this point, I'd been playing football for 3 years. And, wanting to be so much like my dad, I was very inspired to try and play football at Texas Tech. But then he decided I was old enough to learn more about our family and gave me this picture. And it was my great grandfather who played football at the University of Oklahoma. And he was a captain, ended up going into the military. And he told me that is who I need to strive to be like. And from that moment on, I was like, this is my purpose. I want to be a Sooner. I could feel the connection like right away. And the drive to play here has been what has given me so much success, because it's rooted in my family. It's my purpose to continue that Locke tradition of playing football here at Oklahoma.
After the break, find out how John's purpose in life was founded by his father, mom, and his passion for football. This is Purpose NIL.
Give a little life update. Been a heck of a year. Turned 39, married the love of my life, and really found my vocational calling. I did some work last year to figure out, all right, what's my purpose? So I had just called off an engagement, had just moved from Montana, walked away from a job that I really loved and was passionate about. I felt like just a lack of a sense of identity, like I'm starting all over again. Just hit a rock bottom moment. I really want to lean in and figure out why I'm here. And I said, well, I need to figure out my purpose. So that's when I enrolled in the Purpose of You Masterclass. My purpose is to love and connect with people, inspiring them towards freedom and helping them create their dream life. I felt like probably anxious, fearful. If I didn't know where I was going, I would say I was without direction. A lot of the pain for myself, it came from not being able to communicate or not even knowing what it was exactly that I wanted. But I've learned to filter it through my purpose now that I've really specified that. When I'm fully me, when I'm alive, when I'm gathering people, like what brings you to life? Fire it up. When we know our purpose and we're walking in that, there is just such a joy and life in that.
Welcome back to Purpose NIL. In preparation for this episode, I asked John Locke to prepare his answers to a few of my questions. John did this online in his Purpose of You Masterclass, where we help define what purpose means to you. Purpose is founded on feelings. The feelings that we love to feel are the feelings we love to give to people. The first question I asked John was from Mr. Rogers.
I do not know who Mr. Rogers is.
Well, you're going to by the end of this. John, you're a very successful, talented person. You come from a football dynasty family of collegiate players. You are at one of the premier universities playing football, a game that you love, and you also excel in academics. You could not be sitting where you are today with the success that you've had without people who've loved you today. Who are the people in your life who loved you to allow you to be who you are today?
Well, doing that exercise, the two people that just came right off the bat that I could tell countless stories about were my mom and my dad. I mean, I have no idea where I would be in my life if it wasn't for those two people.
What are a couple memories and moments that maybe your mom and you had, your father and you had?
My dad was whenever I got my first collegiate offer, my summer going into my senior year of high school football. It was very different because of COVID, and it slowed things down, and it made it really hard for high school players to get recruited, along with the transfer portal just now becoming a thing. And so my dad really stepped up and elevated and pushed so hard for me to, get myself out there because I was a very capable player. And so we had just flown to Denver and drove up to Fort Collins, where I participated in Colorado State's football camp. My dad took off work just to come up there and be with me on that trip. And then we flew straight from there to Atlanta at 3 a.m. to go to a rivals combine, which would get my numbers out there for all colleges to see. And then after that Rivals Combine, I mean, we didn't go to bed till 4 and had to get up at 8. And then Colorado State coaches called me that morning at like 11 a.m. and gave me my first scholarship offer. And to see my dad cry and just the love that he showed for me right there. And then thinking back to, man, the process of like, my dad took off work and, spending all this time just to give me a chance to get out there where there's no guaranteed. It just truly made me feel so loved and so, I put secure. I had a lot of gratitude, super inspired for me to, as a father one day, because I want to be able to invest in my kids the way that he's invested in me. It was truly a very memorable moment because ultimately it kickstarted my college career. It'll always hold a very special place in my heart.
Everything that you just shared is truly the essence of purpose. Your father did selfless acts for you to help you be the man you have the potential to be. And you identify that immediately. That's the man you want to be for your kids. And in an essence, that is purpose. It's giving feelings to others for their greater good. But we can also use that same passion, that same feelings to build your NIL brand so that you can be giving those same feelings, and I wrote them down, of love, secure, grateful, inspire, invest. You can do that to brands to help build their companies. Next up, you said your mother. Tell us a little bit about key moments and memories of your mom and how they made you feel.
With my mom, trying to keep it kind of centralized about my purpose with football. This one is very recent. So obviously entering the transfer portal in December was a very unknown and very unsecure time in my life where, I was invested and super loyal to a program for 3 years and just at one instant moment completely detaching and having nowhere to go, nowhere to play football for an extended period of time. And the way my mom was loving me, I put loving me, giving me that security, showing her passion for how she cared about what I love, and giving me peace during that time is something that was ultimately what got me through that time. But specifically, whenever I got my opportunity to come play here at Oklahoma, it was really overwhelming because obviously Oklahoma is my dream school my entire life. And, when you get the opportunity to do something this big, this isn't Louisiana Tech. This is a whole nother level of football. And it can be really overwhelming and super scary in the fact that this is big time, and to go through what I had been through, talking to all these different schools, and then to get this, she was there for me and able to give me that security and give me that peace. Like, man, this person is truly someone who just wants the absolute best for me and wants me to do what I love and wants me to chase my purpose. And ultimately, Oklahoma ended up being that, but that was super monumental and something that I'll remember forever.
Appreciate that. Love your parents. You are extremely blessed with parents who've loved you and saw your potential, your purpose, and always have been advocates to help you achieve the greatness that you've wanted to achieve. Your father was pioneering in investing time and money to help make a way where there wasn't a way. And then your mother came, and that defining moment was when you were out of school because you entered the player portal, but you knew that there was hope and there was peace of being able to get to the University of Oklahoma, which was the big dream. Your great-grandfather was the vision. That's the end game. Purpose NIL will be back after this.
Hey, my name is Ray Nahara. My purpose is to love and connect with people, to inspire them towards freedom, and help them create their dream life. Knowing my purpose and knowing that this is who I am, so it's helped me to say no. That no means when I do say a yes, I'm able to be 100%. I'm able to be present. I'm able to bring who I am, bring my purpose into that job, into that my marriage. My hopes with it are just for people to to come alive and stay alive, like for people to walk in the power of like being lit up, knowing why they're here. There's nothing like it, so that the good things, the best things can flourish and bloom. But knowing my purpose and knowing that, oh, this is what I do, this is who I am, it just allows me to walk in with a sense of confidence and authority when I go into a room and notice, like, wow, I do feel passion. Even saying that makes me light up. And so a lot of what I do with my work and with my passion and the different areas of my family, I try to connect with the people in my world to allow them to see, how wonderful they are and notice those things and say the words, and to allow them to connect as well, to be seen, to be able to really make the most impact with my time, with my heart, my life.
Welcome back to Purpose NIL. Earlier in the show, John Locke identified a few of the feelings that he loves to feel: love, peace, secure, grateful, inspire, and passion. Purpose NIL strategy is to define an athlete's purpose as their NIL brand, much like a mission statement for a business, a reason of existence beyond just profits. So to our audience at home, in this 8-part series, what we are going to do is John is going to write a purpose statement for his life, just like a mission statement would for a business. John is his own business. You are your own business, your own NIL. So I want to encourage all of the people in the audience, as well as John, to be writing a purpose statement, all of which is in the Purpose of You Masterclass. Purpose of You's formula to writing a purpose statement is just this simple. We use words of feelings put to actions to connect to people. Feelings, actions, people is what equals purpose. Here's an example. Walt Disney, when he was 22 years old, founded Disney with his older brother, Roy. They wrote that the purpose of Disney is to make people happy. Happy is the feeling, make is the action, people is who they want to influence for a greater good. It's the same with Nike. Nike's purpose is to bring inspiration and innovation to every athlete in the world, evoking inspiration and courage, global good for communities. If you look at that purpose statement, the feelings are inspiring or inspiration, courage, and good. That is how we monetize purpose, is we give good feelings to people. So John is narrowing down his core feelings, and he's got some good ones of security, gratitude, inspire, invest, love, as well as from his mother, secure, passion, and peace. So our overall strategy is to help John and you define your own purpose as your NIL brand. So John, my next question for you is, give us some examples of things that you love to do personally. What are the things that you do on a daily basis that makes you feel either loved, inspired, grateful, secure, peace, passionate?
The first one is most definitely prayer. I think whenever I get into prayer, I experience all those things because I'm vulnerable and talking to God, and whatever it is that's going on, I'm able to give to him, and it gives me that sense of peace and the sense of love, knowing that he's there for me. Outside of that, any day where I'm practicing football, that obviously gives me my sense of purpose and my sense of love and all those things.
We always start trying to live our purpose within ourselves so that we can live our purpose outside of ourselves. For example, I do very similar things that you do, John. My purpose is to communicate hope, to help people, to make people happy. But I know that I have to be living that purpose within myself. So I start my day, I get up early to make sure I'm doing routines within myself, whether it's music, reading, prayer, or whatever I need to do so that I've got hope, that I'm being fed into my brain, into my body, into my well-being. So my number one recommendation to everybody is once you can identify the core feelings that you love to feel, make an action as part of your daily routine to live your purpose within yourself. After the break, discover how John's core feelings can help his generation's mental health challenge. This is Purpose NIL.
I'm just so super thankful that I took the time to go through this masterclass and invest in myself to really discover my life's purpose, because when we know our purpose and we're walking in that and we're helping them to feel a certain way, there is just such a joy and life in that. Take the time, go through the course, figure out your whys, figure out how you want to feel, figure out your actions. It's absolutely worth it. And I'm living proof of that.
One of the reasons I created this show is to help the mental health challenges that college students are facing. Harvard Business Report states that 58% of students lacked meaning and purpose in their life. This is causing mental health challenges of not knowing what to do with their life. In preparation for today's recording, I asked John to answer 16 yes or no questions. These are a part of Purpose of You's free transformation assessment.
No, I really enjoyed it. Some of them I really had to take some time and think about it. Am I someone who feels stressed, overwhelmed, depressed, anxious? I definitely have feelings of stress and definitely anxiety. I mean, the workload that I take on being a football player, especially here at the University of Oklahoma, it's a lot. And it's really hard to not get stressed out and to not feel anxious because, we're putting in 12 to 14-hour days. And so all that time up there creates so much stress because you're trying to be the best football player you can be, but you still have to manage being a student. And then you still want to, be able to have relationships with other people outside of football. And then the anxiety comes from you do all this preparation and then you're almost tested because you've put so much into it.
What John just talked about was mental health. We're dealing with a society that's in chaos, a world that's in chaos, and our college students are feeling that stress and anxiety at alarming levels. College athletes are no different. They're all feeling mental health challenges. So John, number one, just identifying the fact that you've got stress and hardships. I'm sure you're able to identify the people that you are surrounded with there at Oklahoma University in athletics or in academics. They're also going through those challenges. So the mere fact that you've already identified that you value the feeling of security, peace, inspiration, and love, the faster that you can begin giving those feelings to the people around you will help empower you. So the next simple little step is begin to take elementary steps. Go the extra mile, and you see somebody challenged, you see somebody suffering, or you hear somebody, be the leader that you want to be in giving good feelings to others, especially there in your campus. You've already got a daily routine that's giving yourself peace, love, and inspired. That gives you an opportunity to go give those feelings to others, just in whatever that simple thing, whether it's buying somebody a cup of coffee, handing them a towel at practice, a drink or something, or just saying, look, man, I'm here for you. I can help you get through these hardships. We'll do it as a team. We'll do it together. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
That's living your purpose on a daily basis. So, John, we've got a couple minutes left in today's episode. What is one thing that you've learned about yourself or your purpose?
One thing that I've learned, especially doing this deep dive, is that, I've always understood that I didn't get here alone. I truly have had so much help along the way. And so many people have seen that football has been my purpose and have helped me elevate myself. And it's given me a lot of gratitude for people that have helped me along the way.
Well, I can guarantee you through this process, you're going to realize the feelings that you have gotten from your mother, your father of love, gratitude, inspire, all of those core feelings, you're giving to others through playing football. And the more you identify that, it'll help improve you as an athlete, as well as improve life off the field. Thanks for being here today.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for watching this episode of Purpose NIL as we follow John Locke's NIL transformation over 8 episodes together. Follow John on X For more business strategies on purpose for your NIL and business, go to purposeofyou.com and follow me at James M. Rink. This is Purpose NIL.